how you can start understanding what maybe some of your outcomes are on your job, and where you sometimes do not deliver, so to speak, what was expected from you in terms of where you're off, and how you can craft a narrative about that.
Yeah, and I think that comes back, as you mentioned, to the evaluation, which is okay. So if my job is to perform certain tasks, and I'm using my values are aligning with the organization values or with the department's values, you can then start to appraise people on that, which is you take the organization or the department values and your personal values and say, well, okay, so where are you ranking with these? How are you delivering on trust, freedom, openness, creativity, imagination, or whatever they are? And then you can say, well, okay, and we use a very simple metric, which is, we do this thing called checking in and checking out, which is like a 0 to 10 measure, which is, okay, so if trust was really, so if trust, we wanted a 10 out of 10, how do you think trust is, how do you think you are showing up with regards to trust in your job? Well, if you then put an 8, you say, well, okay, the 8 is great, but where's the difference? Where could the 2 be? Where could we work on? And I think if you use that very simple scale of evaluation for people within performance, I think it becomes a lot easier. I mean, there's a guy many, many years ago, he's called Paul O'Neill, and he took over as the CEO of Alcoa, and basically was put in charge, and people thought it was, crazy idea this guy was put in charge of Alcoa. He basically took over and he did a talk to the investors and said, look, my main priority for this company is safety. And they said, look, you put a crazy hippie in charge. This is going to be bonkers. It's not going to work. But he basically said to people in that organization, safety is the most important thing. He basically took the company from 3 billion to, I've got it written down here, to 28 billion in 14 years, because he said to people, you matter. Everything you do is around safety. So when you focus on one principal thing, which is around safety, which is obviously important to everyone's values, then it changes the performance of the culture, and it makes it into a more caring organization.